My laptop. Damn. Okay. Am I audible? As long as I'm audible, I think it's fine. Siddharth, I'm audible?
Yes.
Perfect. All right. Um, Perfect. All right. That's great. Uh, Let me see. Yeah, this is fine. All right. Good morning, everyone. And thank you so much for joining us today. Uh, First of all, I really want to congratulate all parents, educators, students um who are here with us. Um, Especially the parents and educators, your children have performed exceptionally well in the EI acid test. And this is why you are here today. And performing exceptionally well in EI acid test, it's no mean feat. EI acid, this test is not just a school test. The test checks conceptual clarity, just whether a child has really understood what they studied in the previous class. And the test checks application skills, thinking skills, and not just memory. So when your child performs strongly in the acid test, it means that they're just not scoring marks. They are demonstrating real academic depth. And it's because of that performance that they have been invited to the EI Acid Talent Search test. And this is earned, this is just not random. And I think that it deserves this accomplishment, it deserves acknowledgement um, for the child, for the parents, and for the educators. Now, I want to take some time to explain something important, and it's the difference between EI acid test and EI acid talent search test. EI acid test checks grade level mastery, as I said, understanding and deep understanding of concepts, proficiency in the topics and the concepts that the child should have at the grade level, at the age level. What EI ATS or EI acid talent search test does, it goes deeper. It's an above level identification test, and there's a reason why we call it an above level identification test. EI acid talent search test, it checks, uh, it's a test that, of course, it's a test which is made up of questions from two grades above the current grade level of a child. So for example, if Saika is in class 5 and she has been invited for the EI acid talent search test, she will be given a paper which has questions of class 7 level uh, topics and concepts and pure skill check. Now, first of all, what does that mean? It means that we are trying to understand from among high performing students who is operating at the very top end of the ability range and not just doing well, but these children are thinking differently. These children are able to connect ideas faster. These children go deeper into a topic. These children are they see patterns that others might miss. And when we say that it is a two grade above test, of course, that stands to reason. I mean, a very reasonable question would be that how can a class 5 child be able to give a class, I mean, take a test which is two grades above? Now, what that means is, and we have EIATS, we have a history of since its inception from 2009. We have identified over 1 lakh children who are gifted children who have performed even in the ATS test, the 2 grade above test, they have performed except in the top 2%. And those children are what it shows this that they have the spark of giftedness and high potential in them, and that's why your child has been invited to take that test. And EIAT is a very different kind of test. It's not really about labeling a child as a genius, but it's about understanding whether that child might need a different kind of challenge. And um, here, like, it's something that I want you to think about. I want to ask you, and that is, how many of you as children, this is for the educators and parents who are with us right now, but how many of you as children and as felt you were sometimes ahead in some areas that no one really called it, but no one called it gifted. You felt that you were ahead, but no one called it high potential or gifted. Maybe, and how did that, what was the appearance of that? How did that look like being different? Maybe you asked too many questions. Maybe you got bored easily. Um, Maybe you argued not just to be proven right, but argued because you genuinely wanted to understand. And please go ahead, type in the chat if that sounds familiar to you. Um, Let me see if, yeah. So, many high potential children and adults, they go unidentified, and not because the ability wasn't there, but because giftedness, it does not look neat, and it does not look something which can be reined in. It doesn't always look like perfect behavior and straight A's, and always being in the 99 percentile category. It sometimes just looks like intensity. It sometimes looks like curiosity, as I said, always asking questions. It sometimes even looks like overthinking. And right now, today, in this webinar, in the next 45 minutes, we are going to experience a glimpse into that kind of thinking, the messy kind of thinking, the thinking that requires a lot of spark of that curiosity. Um, it's going to be a hands-on webinar, and I want all of you to use the chat. You raise your hands. If you want to share and speak your answers out, please raise your hands, and please, you are invited to do that. And please don't worry about being right. And it's just about thinking. Because sometimes I feel that when we stretch our thinking slightly, uh, it we begin to understand what our children might be experiencing cognitively. And to guide us through that experience, I am very happy to invite Siddharth. Siddharth is Director, Online Programs, Gen Wise Channel Development, and he closely works with gifted children. And he is going to take us through some activities, some questions that will help us feel what advanced cognitive thinking looks like. So, Siddharth, over to you.
Hi, everyone. I hope you're all able to hear me. And I'd love are you all able to just say hi in the chat and tell me your grade? So let's just check that the chat is working. So which grade are you in? If you could just quickly type that out in the chat. Some of you might have seen me because for the last 2 years, I've been doing various sorts of online engagements with students in the UAE. The chat is still not working. Faiz, could you check that the chat is working or make it work? Huh.
the chat is disabled. I can see that one of the fairs. I hope that can you please look into that?
Yeah. So it's, oh, you can't chat yet.
Yeah,
Now
I
it's
think
working.
it's been
Excellent.
fixed. Yeah,
ICT sixth graders. Okay, so now
perfect.
please do put your grade in the chat, and lots of
Right.
grade 5,
Okay.
6, 7, 8. Okay, fewer 8s. And I see Farheen is also there in grade Farheen. Lovely. Uh, Lovely to have all of you here. Asset level 1 results are out. Yes, to my knowledge. Lovely. Great. 5th and 6th grade. Vidya Gyan School, Sitapur. Excellent. Well, several years your senior, but I know several folks from Vidya Gyan who have just finished their undergraduate here in Bengaluru. So nice to see someone from Vidya Gyan here. I'll generally keep an eye on the chat. Hey, and there's another Siddharth. Okay, fine. But just anything good that happens in the webinar, okay, it's this Siddharth. If something goes wrong in the webinar, it's that Siddharth. Even though he's in grade 5, I'm sure it's his fault. Okay, so don't mind me troubling all of you a little. So lovely to see all of you here. Today we're going to just play a couple of games, and then we're trying to understand the structure behind those games. Okay, so stick with me. I will just share my screen once the presentation starts. Hello, where did it go? Okay, sorry, hold on. Screen share. There we go. Cool. Hi, everyone.
Someone is asking, can we use notebook?
What's a notebook? Yeah, you can use your notebook, definitely. So just while, in case you get bored early on, or you solve the question faster than me, here's an opening question for you. Okay, I'm just going to make sure you understand the question. I am not giving you time to answer it, because you can answer it later. Okay, or I mean, this is a bonus question on the side. So can you create a 3x3 magic square? So what that means is you need to take the numbers 1 to 9, okay, and fill them in a grid like this, such that every row, okay, every column, and every diagonal adds up to the same number. I'm not telling you what that number is. Okay. So can you arrange the numbers 1 to 9 in such a way that you create a 3x3 magic square? In case that's difficult, start with a 2x2 magic square, right? Can you take the numbers 1 through 4 and arrange them such that this is true? Okay, cool. So let's, that's your side business, okay? Meanwhile, I have here a plan, okay? Since this is online, I don't actually have a physical piece of paper, but I have written down on my computer a plan of how to play tic-tac-toe. Where did it go? Here we go. Let me quickly show you my plan, but you shouldn't read too much of it. Okay, so that's my plan. Okay, but now we're going to play tic-tac-toe. Okay, so my friend Faiz has a poll, and the way we're all many of us in this room are going to play tic-tac-toe. Wow, 50 plus of us are going to play tic-tac-toe, is by democracy, right? So we're going to share a poll, and we're going to play tic-tac-toe. So here's the board. I'm X. Okay, I'm going to start first. So I choose that square. Oh wait, sorry. Oops, I changed my mind. Sorry, I choose, don't vote yet. I choose the corner. I have to follow the instructions on my paper. That was me being a bad instruction follower. So now you, using your poll, please respond and tell me which square do you pick. Okay, so I'll give you all a minute to vote, saying which square do you want to pick. Okay, someone has said in the chat the middle one, second row, second square. All right, so you can make out, right? Top, left, middle, right. That's how it's named. Faiz, you can close the poll. What's the answer, though? Ah, there we go. Mid. Okay, mid gets
Mid.
43%. So, oops.
Yeah.
There we go. Okay. Now I have to go next. My paper says if the other player did not go in the opposite corner, then go in the opposite corner to move one. Else go in a free corner. Okay. So I need to go to the opposite corner as move one. Now your turn again. Faiz, could we have the poll again? So top left, mid, and bottom right are already taken. Where should we go? And we'll close the polling in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The answer that wins is top right. Okay. There we go.
Top right.
Top right. Okay, now let me go back to my paper. My paper says, if there are two X's and a space in a line, then go in that space. Are there two X's and a space in a line? No, there aren't. If there are two O's and a space in a line, then go in that space. Okay, clearly I know where I have to go. So there are two O's over here and a space in that line. So I need to go here. Okay, now it's your turn. Poll again, yes. Where are you going? And oh, people know this tactic already. You lost already. Okay, yeah, clearly you lost already. But anyway, we're doing the poll for the fun of it. Okay, we can close the poll. Yeah. So what's the answer? What did you guys pick? Mid, left. Okay, cool. You are closing me off over here. You want to try again? Maybe you can do better next time. Shall we try again? Just say yes if you want to try again in the chat. So you did an O over here. I'm doing an X over there, and that's that. So let's try again. We erase. How many of you have your notebooks filled with tic-tac-toe? I mean, I know your teachers aren't on this call. My notebooks were filled with tic-tac-toe when I was in school. Have any of you tried 4x4 tic-tac-toe? 4x4 tic-tac-toe? Anyone? Who? Yes, no? Oh, excellent. Yeah, 4x4 is fun, but let's stick with 3x3 today. Okay, so I'm starting again. Okay. I shouldn't ask too many questions at one go because then I don't know what people are saying yes to. Yes to play again. So I'm choosing a corner again. And now your turn. Vote. Where do we go? And we'll close the poll in 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, mid wins, but top left almost won. Oops. Okay. By the way, if you can convince your friends in the chat that you should do a particular thing, then you should do it. So I should take the opposite. Yeah, I'm supposed to take the opposite one if the opposite one is not taken. So I take the opposite one if the opposite one is not taken. Cool. Your turn again. Poll up again. Okay, and we will give you 5 seconds more. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And oh, now everyone is confused. Middle left has the most votes. Oops. So middle left gets a 0. Okay, now there are 2 zeros in a line and I have to put an X to block it. So I'm following my instruction and putting an X to block the 2 zeros. Now it's your turn again. Where do you want to move? Okay, we can close the poll now because people should definitely have this together. What? Such few people responded. Oh, wait, everyone's responded down there. Now I see it. Okay. Yeah, bottom right. Thank you. I wasn't seeing I had to scroll down to see this. So you put a 0 over there. Now what does my paper say? This is my move number 4. If there are two X's and a space in a line, go in that space. If there are two O's and a space in a line, go in that space. Else go in a free corner. Are there two O's and a space and a line? Yes, there are two O's and a space and a line. I shouldn't let you in. So I go there. Okay, we have essentially tied this game. We don't need to necessarily play again, right? Because you guys will block this and I'll go there and then this game is tied. So my question to you is, some of you said you've seen this strategy before, right? And I did not think and do this. I just had a really good set of instructions. Okay, I'm going to share those instructions in the chat. Okay, chat. Right. I'm going to share the instructions in the chat. I just blindly followed these instructions. Many of you probably can code and make a computer do this. Do you think that you can lose if you play by these rules? Will you lose if you play by these rules? Oh, sorry. When you are X, not when you are 0. When you are X and playing by these rules. Sometimes. Okay. So maybe this isn't a super clever piece of paper. Okay. My understanding of the game of tic-tac-toe is that whenever you follow this set of rules, you will either win or you will tie. You will not lose. Okay. Yes. My Siddharth is pointing out that you lost because of voting. Well, welcome to democracy. I really like democracies, but yeah, there are several aspects at which democracy isn't necessarily the best way to get things done. But overall, I'd rather live in a democracy only, not elsewhere. That aside, so when following these rules, X cannot lose. So a side question to you is, do you think you can make such a rule set for O? Can you make a set of rules such that whenever you play O, it's a set of instructions just like what I shared with you, you just mindlessly follow it? Thoughts? Cool. Why don't you go about making it, and I'll leave my email address and you send it to me later. Okay, so try it out. I mean, this is the perfect thing for you to do, not when you are in class and your teacher is saying something, like in break time or at home. Okay, so I know all of you are like putting tic-tac-toe in the sides of your notebooks. I can't advocate for that. Okay, so let's now play another game. Okay, so you can see the numbers 1 through 9 over here. Okay. Now, each of us, it's very similar in structure. Okay, we take turns. Each of us picks a number at a time, and when you pick a number, it's gone. And after the goal is to collect 3 numbers such that they add up to 15. Okay, this is a different game. So each of us takes turns and we pick up a number, and we need to pick 3 numbers overall. Our goal is to have 3 numbers that add up to 15. So Faiz, could you choose someone who wants to play with this? So Asima, I see that you said 4, 5, 6, but we have to do it in turns. Right. Okay. So Arnav said me first. So if you could add Arnav Kumar to be able to talk with us. Hi, Arnav. You can unmute and talk with us. And if you put your video on, that's even better. Arnav?
Hello. Yeah.
Cool. So why don't actually I'll go first with this, if you don't mind. Or would you rather go first?
Yeah.
Which one would you prefer?
No, you can go. You can go. Yeah, you can go.
Sorry, what?
You can go first.
I can go first. Okay, cool. I choose 8. Okay, so let's do it this way, that I will put my picks on this side. So I choose 8 and then I cross it out here. Then, Arnav, now your turn.
6.
Okay, Arnav chooses 6. Okay, I choose 2.
I choose 6. 4. 3.
You're choosing 3. Okay, so anyone has thoughts on what is my move? Yeah, right. Arnav left 5 open. So now I can take 5 and I have 8 plus 2 plus 5, and that equals to 15. So I ended up winning the game. Right? Arnav has 6 and 3. So you have 9, but the next number you'd need would be 6, but you already picked 6.
Yeah.
Right? So let's retry. Okay. Faiz, could you pick someone else? Thanks for joining the game, Arnav. Now let's try it with someone else. Faiz, please feel free to go ahead. Maybe like randomly pick. There are lots of me's. Oh, Siddharth versus Siddharth. Maybe I shouldn't have picked on you. Now you're going to be mean.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, go ahead, Siddharth.
Good.
You pick first.
Sir, I would choose 1 first.
You choose 1. Okay.
Yes.
And people feel free to give us ideas in the chat about what you think we should be doing. Okay, I'll go with 2.
Sir, now I will choose 7.
Now you will choose 7. Okay. I will choose.
Sir, 1 minute. Can I just tell you one thing? I must have. I didn't mean 7. Can I choose 8 instead? Not 7. Not 7.
Sure. Oh,
Mistakenly put 7.
Okay, 8. Are people giving you advice in the chat? You're not fair.
No,
They're all
sir.
playing on your side.
I'm not
No
saying.
one's playing
I'm
on my
not saying.
side.
I
No.
can't see any chat because it's just host and panelists.
It's
only.
okay. It's okay. Okay, so now I choose 6.
Okay.
Do people know why I chose 6?
Oh, I know, sir.
Why?
So I can't use it.
Yes.
And 15.
So now
I already lost.
you already lost. But how do you know
Yes.
that I won?
Because you picked on 6 and 1 plus 8 is 9.
No. So
and
now you
5.
can keep trying. You can get as long as you get any 3 numbers that add up to 15. Sorry.
Okay.
That's the rules
Then
of the game. As long as you pick any, see, because it's still your turn, right? I have 6 plus 2, 8. 8 plus 7 is 15. If you don't pick 7 now, then I win. But if you pick 7.
No, because if I pick 7, it will become 16.
No, that's okay. You can choose any 3. Sorry, I wasn't clear with the rules. You should have at the end of the day a set of 3 numbers that goes to 15. You could have other numbers as well, but you should have at least 3 numbers.
Okay. I will choose 5.
But why are you choosing? You're not blocking me. If you pick 7, you would block me, right?
Yeah, I know, but
Okay, cool. So now I picked 7. Okay, and I got 8 plus 7, 15. Whereas you're at 14.
Yeah.
Okay,
Just
cool.
one less.
No worries. So let's try one more person. Benazir? Let's try it out with Benazir. Okay, Benazir,
Yeah,
you want to
good.
go first or shall I go first?
You go first.
Oh, so kind when people let me go first. Okay, so, and this is BC. Cool, I'm going to start with 6.
I would go with 7.
7. Huh, okay. I go with 4.
I'll go with 5.
Oops, sorry, change slide. 5. Okay. So I'm at 6, 4. You've taken 5 and blocked me there. So now, and you've taken 7 and 5. So now if we do, okay, yeah. I'm taking 3 to stop Benazir from winning. Zaware, what's your method? Okay, go ahead, Benazir.
I can't choose 3 because that's the only way to get me 15.
No,
So
but you can pick more numbers. At the end of the day, any 3 numbers you have should add, you should have some set of 3 numbers that add up to 15.
I'll just randomly pick 2 because
You're choosing 2. Okay. So now I have 6, 4, 3 and 7, 5, 2 is gone. Anyone? What should I pick? I'm going to ask the chat for their advice. So I need to have a set of 3 numbers that adds up to 8, adds up to 15, right? And if I take 8 plus 4 plus 3, that becomes 15.
oh,
Right? So I need to get 3 numbers that add up to 15. Any 3 numbers that can add up to 15. Okay. Should we do it one more time and then we'll try and figure out strategy? Or maybe people can try to figure out what my strategy is, why I keep beating you guys. Okay. Thank you, Benazir, for playing. Let's try it one more time. Okay, this is the last
you're
round.
welcome. Thank you for playing with me too.
Yeah. Okay, one more round. And if any of the, not to say bad things about 8th graders, but if any of the 8th graders are feeling bored, I invite them to come and play. But I think 8th graders are also fun people. Okay. Faiz is using a random picker. Zoom has this nice random picker that helps pick people. So Faiz is using that, and therefore we're sort of randomly having someone join us. Hi, I'm Yumna. Am I pronouncing your name right? Are you able to speak? I mean, is your mic working?
Yes.
Excellent. So, am I getting your name right, Yumna?
Yes.
Super. Do you want to start or shall I start?
You can start.
I can start. Okay, cool. Where'd my, I'm going to go with 8. Okay, so there's SB, and YA, and I'm taking 8. Oh, and by the way, yeah, if anyone's bored, please try the 3 by 3 magic square, which I see Madhya has done. Yumna, which number do you want to pick?
5.
5. Okay. I see 8 has gone, 5 has gone. Why do people keep picking 5? I'm going to go with 2. Oh, yes, and I should cross these out. Shailesh really strongly feels like you should pick 7, Yumna. But you should choose whatever number you want.
I will choose 9.
You will choose 9.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, 9. Now I have 8 plus 2, which is 10. If I take 5, I win, but you already picked 5, so I can't. So you have 5 and 9. Now 5 plus 9 is 14. So if you take a 1, you win. So I can't let you take 1. Now it's your turn again.
Three.
3?
Yes.
3. Okay. Now 5, 9, 3 is gone. And then 8, 2, 1. So now 8 plus 1 plus 6 will get me to 15. Okay, cool. We got it to 15. So here's, now let's try and figure this out a bit, and feel free to, is it possible to, wait, adding everyone to the panel will probably be difficult. So a couple of you said you solved the magic square, and I'm seeing Asima and Madhya talk about their magic square. So Asima, Madhya, Faiz, could you just promote them to be here? The 2 people who did magic squares. Can you repeat the numbers? No, you can't repeat the numbers. So that's why I'm crossing them out. So that once you pick a number, it's done with. Right? So let me just erase this. How do we figure out how to solve the game? The tic-tac-toe one was rather easy. So any questions? Like, let's think about this. How do we go about figuring out how to solve this? Was I just lucky? Is it just because I'm old that I know more things? How did we do this? So Asima, Faiz, if you could add Asima, ASIMA. Yeah.
Hi.
Hi. So I see that you did the magic square.
Yes.
What does it look like?
So the very left column in vertical, it's 8, 3, 4.
Let's go.
8, 3, 4. 8, 3, 4.
Vertical is 8, 3, 4.
Yes.
Okay.
Then the next column, vertical itself, it will be 1, 5, 9.
Okay.
And the next column, vertical itself, 6, 7, 2.
6, 7, 2. So you're saying all the diagonals, rows and columns add up to the same number.
Yes.
Okay, cool. So anyway, let's just go back to this game. Now we want to figure out all the triplets of numbers that add up to 15. So what are all the triplets of numbers that add up to 15? Can we try to list them out?
7, 5, 3.
7, 5, 3.
1, 5, 9. 1, 9, 5.
195. Wait, question. Well, continue. And actually, folks keep putting it in the chat also. I see 924. Oops. I see 924,672, 951, 438. Oh, someone helpfully wrote them all down in one place. Thank you, Arif.
There's 456.
There's also 456. Hey, wait. Is there any problems in my list, folks? Are you seeing any issues with my list?
No.
No? Everyone's happy with my list? Okay, cool. 816. What's missing in my list compared to Arif's? 8 is missing in my list. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 258 is apparently missing. Okay, 258. Oh, 825. Okay, 825. Oh, someone's asking the hosts and panelists, what's the true trick? Haha, I won't tell you. 816 is already there. Oh, someone's saying one number of triplets is repeated in a different way. Wait, someone wants 285. Right. So I basically written 2 plus 5 plus 8 in 3 different ways, but it's the same triplet. Oh, 465. But 465 and 456 are already there. These 3 are all the same. 195 and 951 are already there. So we're generating too many triplets. So any suggestion on how we... Faiz, could you promote Arif to be here? Arif Mustafi. Thank you. So yeah, any suggestions about how do we make this list in a way that we avoid these repeats, right? Because I was just looking at what you guys told me, and someone said 195, later they said 951. 951 sounded different. Okay, so Madhya says there are 7 triplets if you don't repeat any of them. So Arif, you're here and you made that list. How do we go about writing this list in a way that it doesn't cause confusion? Arif? Oh, Alok Shukla has to leave because his PC battery is going down. It's okay. We'll send you an... Oh, your mic is not working. Okay, well. Then Madhya, Faiz, could you promote Madhya to join us? Madhya Fatima. And Alok, yes, after this game, we'll wrap up soon. So Madhya, how do we write this in a way, like how do you reach those 7 without causing confusion?
We don't have to like write the same number again and again.
Yeah, but in a very large list, how will you figure out whether you're writing the same set of numbers again?
Among all these triplets that you made, if you're repeating it, like there'll be one triplet which has the number 1 to 9. All these triplets have numbers 1 to 9. And if you're repeating it, you're basically writing those 3 numbers itself in a different order.
Yeah. So maybe if we fix the order of numbers, then it's easy to figure out.
Yeah, like I made 2 magic squares and all of them have like 3 triplets. And all these triplets are the same and they don't have repeating numbers from 1 to 9.
Right. So for this particular problem, one way we could do this is just write them always in ascending order.
Yes.
Right. So suppose
852.
let's just consider, let's work on this side. So suppose which all triplets have 1? I'm seeing 1,
5, 9.
5, 9. So always ascending order. And then I'm seeing a 1, 6, 8 over here. Okay. Are there any other triplets that have 1? Any other way that you can use two numbers from 2 to 9 to reach 14? So 1 is 9 plus 5 is 14, 8 plus 6 is 14.
Sir, it's 15, right?
Because I'm keeping 1 as common, right? So that's why it becomes 14.
Okay.
Right. The only other way is 7 plus 7, but I can't pick 7 twice.
Yeah. There's no other way.
Right?
I think there's no other way by using 1.
Okay. So okay, so we do 159, 168. So Asima's helpfully helped us. So we do 2, 4, 9.
And 258.
2, 5, 8. 3, 4, 8.
And 357.
3, 5, 7. And 4, 5, 6. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There are only 7. I think there should be 8. Is there one missing? Yeah, 2, 6, 7. Someone has pointed out that 2, 6, and 7 also adds up to 15. Okay.
Okay.
So I'm doing this as a way of figuring out how do we win this game? How do we make a winning strategy? So which number appears the most?
2.
2?
Because there are 3 triplets with 2.
Okay. Zaina believes it's 5 because you can see there's 1.
Oh yeah,
2,
there's
3,
4
4.
triplets. 5.
Right? So 5 comes 4 times. Okay, let's just write how many. So 5 comes 4 times. Now how many come 3 times? 2 comes 3 times. Okay, Arav helps us saying 8, 3, 4, and 6. 4 also shows up 3 times.
Even 6.
Right, so this shows 3 times, 3 times, 3 times. And let me get the chat out of the way. And 3 times. Okay, how many come 2 times? Is there any number that only shows up once in this list? No, right? Just keeping track of time. Oh, wow. Okay, yeah, I should wrap up soon. So, all the
Sir,
others.
how is 3 coming 3 times?
3, 3. Oh, yeah, 3 doesn't come 3 times. Sorry, it's 2. It's 2 that comes 3 times. So you notice something, that all the even numbers are coming in 3 times.
Yes.
All the odd numbers except 5 come only 2 times. And if you were to write these down, this is the very same magic square. If you consider all the triplets of numbers that add up to 15, it's the same magic square. Okay, Siddharth really wants to come up here. Yes, thanks, Arif. Faiz, could you promote Siddharth here? Siddharth Ray. There are more Siddharths here, right?
Hello.
So the game.
sir.
Yeah, go ahead, Siddharth.
No.
You
Sir,
said you prepared for hours. I'm not sure how you prepared for hours.
Yeah, because yesterday.
But I didn't even tell you guys what we were going to do. How did you know what to prepare for?
I just checked on every general question for every asset question that came previous year.
This is an asset? They stole my idea. Those asset people, how could they?
Can I tell you, sir? Can I tell you the magic square trick? Sir, the actual trick is the total is 15. When we 45, the total is 1 to 9. It's equal to 45. 45 divided by 3 is 15. Center is supposed to be 5. She told 8, 3, 4 on the corner.
But how did you know the center is supposed to be 5?
Because sir, the total has to be totally at 15. And when we divide 45 by 3, it gets 15. That's why. Opposites merge, total 10.
45 divided by 9 is 15. 45 divided by 3 is 15.
Yes, sir. That
Oh,
opposites must be total 10. They must be 10 to get a 15 and all.
oh, okay. So you're telling us how you figure out a magic square.
Yes, that's how it works. Or 3
Okay,
by 3. That's the trick for 3 by 3. 4 by 4.
nice. Okay. So now here's the thing. I just took, oops, I just took this game
Yes, sir.
and we put it in the same shape as tic-tac-toe.
So you put the same numbers as the trick because when you add these triplets, it gets 15. You see,
Yes.
I figured out a trick when after my chance went away in the second question, I understood that in the magic square that you put the same numbers at 15. I
Yes.
counted them and it came 15 in both. That's how it worked.
Right. So the game of tic-tac-toe and this game of pick a number between 1 to 9, and make a triplet that adds up to 15 is identical. So you can take the same strategy. Okay, what I was doing when I beat you all of you at this game was I took the same strategy that I was using in tic-tac-toe that I sent to you in the chat. And every time when you were picking a number, I was looking at it on this board, which is why you would have noticed I always started with one of the corners. I always started with 8, 6, 2, or 4.
Yeah,
And
so
then I
the
always picked
same
the
trick.
opposite.
So the same trick applied for all the three games that we did because you made them as 15 as the
Yes,
paper, the magic paper and the tic-tac-toe and the magic square. Also, the number game added all up to be 15.
right.
45 divided by 3.
Yes. So this is the fun aspect, right? Here we were playing two games that don't seem identical, don't seem similar at all, but they have the exact same underlying structure. You can take the strategy, the stuff that you figured out with tic-tac-toe that kids have been playing in their classrooms for years and apply it to this completely different game. And I know it's a toy example, right? But it's an example that all of you can relate to. And this is exactly what a lot of mathematics does. A lot of science does, actually. We try to figure out one system that is easy to explain. Like tic-tac-toe is very easy to explain, very easy to strategize it. But then you come to this 1:9 game, and it's not that easy to strategize.
It was
Okay.
used in the same.
Yeah. So this 1:9 game is not that easy to strategize it. So we then realized that we can transform it to be the same structure as this game that we know really well, that is already solved. For example, the game of checkers is already solved. There is a clear algorithm that if you follow, you will win or you will tie. Like that, there are many games that are solved. There are many games that are unsolved. But the structure under it is the same. And this is what gets called as computational thinking. So before I wrap up and Saika kicks me out for taking too much time, does anyone recognize this guy? So also I want Zaware, what I want to clarify was not to make you think faster or solve exams faster. What I wanted to show you the same underlying structure under two different games, right? And that's the mathematics of it. Those structures, finding those structures in a much more complex ways, like grown research mathematicians, that's what they're doing. You find a problem in number theory that is very difficult to do, but then you connect it to some area of, I don't know, algebra or groups that makes a lot of sense. Oh, wow. A lot of people are saying that this guy is the father of algebra. Okay. So there's some word that we use every day that comes from his name. Any guesses? Some word that we use every day that comes from his name. Does math look like it's in his name? I can't see math in his name. Right. So as much as someone can be a father of algebra, so this person lived in the 9th century in Baghdad. Okay. And what he did was, in his life, he wrote 3 books. Okay. There was one on maps. He made really great maps of the world. There was one on algebra, okay, which algebra is just the Latinization of al-jabr. Okay. And the other one, which the name came from, is, so he wrote these books. He wrote them in Persian, in Arabic. They went to Europe and then they got translated into Latin. When they got translated into Latin, his name became Algorithmi, which in English became algorithm. So the strategy that I gave you of how I am solving, how I am playing tic-tac-toe, that's an algorithm. Okay. And now in this world of computers, we use algorithms a lot. They're just simple instructions. You can learn algorithms entirely without computers. Without ever coding, you can learn a lot about algorithms. And a friend ran a course on that for a full 2 weeks, where kids did a lot of that. So the funny thing was, he was using, what he did was he compiled work that had been done for over 1,000 years, both in the Middle East and in India. Okay, and Indians were famously bad at writing stuff, right? So everything that got written was written by Chinese visitors or people from the Middle East who were coming and as traders. There was a lot of knowledge exchanged, right? So when he wrote this, he had a bunch of algorithms for finding different things. And so this word comes from him. We always seem to think about science as something that came from the European Renaissance and all of those things. But in fact, these ideas have been around all over the place. And it's really fun. I always show his picture when teaching about algorithms or computational thinking, saying that word algorithm itself comes from his name. And all it means is that he's from the region of Khwarazm, which is in modern day Iraq. So when you're saying the word algorithm, all you're saying is from Khwarazm. So, okay, I think I got carried away with a lot of teaching. I was supposed to talk about more things. But so this is the kind of teaching that we do, right? I am part of a community that runs this website called Gifted World. Our goal is to be a place for curious learners like all of you to come and learn in whatever ways helps you grow your curiosity. Okay, we'll share a link where you can register for all of those who qualify for the Asset Talent Search. Registration is completely free and open to all. Our website is currently undergoing some changes, but I will share it with you nonetheless. So this is our website, giftedworld.org, right? We've been founded by Educational Initiatives, Northwestern University Center for Talent Development, and GenWise. And our goal is to identify and nurture students. So some of you have come through the first step of identification, which is you've performed really well in the asset exam. Now, the next step is to take the Asset Talent Search, which then gives you access to a whole bunch of things that are available here. So we have on Gifted World, we post a bunch of challenges. You can join a WhatsApp community, which has been dormant for a bit, but we're reviving it to post just fun questions for you all to learn. So I can copy that WhatsApp community link in the chat if you'd like. Right? And you can see on our blog, we keep writing different things about different aspects of giftedness. This is a math problem that came up in a recent course that we were running. We also have a lot of resources. If you click through to the resources tab, you can see many courses, programs, etc., which is all listed over here. You just click on any of these and you can get all of that. And those who take the Asset Talent Search exam become eligible for various programs that we run here. We want to start, after this examination season is finished, a once a month career exploration seminar, which is, again, all our work is aimed for students from grades 5 through 9, right? And so we get people who have gone into different careers to come and talk about what does it look like to be doing that work, because we tend to know only very few careers out there. And this is with the aim of not telling you you have to get into that college and you have to go on that path, but what are the skills that it takes? What are we using in our day-to-day to be able to do those things? We also have online, we run an online through the year talent nurturing program that is for those who do the Asset Talent Search and qualify to the next level of it, right? If they get a gold, silver, or a bronze medal or a commendable performance, then they're eligible for our year-long talent nurturing program where mentors like myself and others teach about lots of fun things. We have it in both science and math. And like this, we basically are a community. If you go to our YouTube channel, so these are many, many YouTube channels, but you can also go to our own YouTube channel. And you can see the past sessions that we have done on a range of topics. So if you look at the videos, we have a whole bunch of master classes. This one was on algebra. There was one on neuroscience. This is another computational thinking one that I did a year ago. Gravity. These are all free. And every month we do one of these. So take a look and you're all welcome to reach out to us. So there was, that's it from my side. I will hand over to Saika to tell you more about how you take the Asset Talent Search. So over to Saika. Saika, you're muted.
Yeah. Yes, Siddharth. Oh my God, the energy was amazing in the chat today. And I mean, we saw it ourselves, how we just moved on from just answering to thinking about how we were answering. From the tic-tac-toe, it wasn't about placing a mark somewhere, but it's about anticipating what the other person is going to. I mean, even like you have to think 3 to 4 like moves ahead. You have to think. Love the number activity. It's about it's not really about adding things quickly. That's what I saw. It was about seeing the structure, the overall structure that was, spotting that. And loved it when Siddharth went one-on-one with some of the students. I mean, I could see the enthusiasm, I could see the spark of joy and the intensity, and this is the essence of the AI Asset Talent Search identification test. I mean, this is the spark that we want to nurture, and we want to identify and nurture. And children here, you have already demonstrated that spark. And AI ATS, it helps you and us to see whether you are operating at the very top among like similarly high performing peers. So, and that's once you get identified, as Siddharth said, right? That once you get identified, you enter this community, community of like-minded peers and friends who enjoy thinking deeply. You just don't feel different about asking questions. You find challenges that are exciting, and then you're able to see the overall picture as to all these bits and pieces of exercise and activities. They actually came, it was like a global 360-degree view of what it was all about. So today, if it's resonated with you, if you saw glimpses of yourself in these activities and how you can stretch yourself The links are there in the chat box. Go to the EI ATS website and register for the EI Asset Talent Search test. Give the test, and um, it's just at the very least, when you give yourself a meaningful cognitive challenge, give the test, be challenged cognitively, and find your tribe. That's the whole EI ATS world is all about. And thank you so much, Siddharth. It was amazing to see how the children were, all the students were so responsive. So thank you so much for the parents, educators, the children who are here, and thank you so much to our expert Siddharth, who was just amazing today. And how I loved how you tied it all in towards the end. It was just not random. And thank you so much for that. So I hope you enjoyed today's session. And please feel free to reach out to us if you have any questions on the website. And we look forward to seeing you all take that next step and hopefully welcome you to the gifted world and gifted learner community. And thank you so much for the engagement today. Thank you, everyone. Love the energy of the students today. Oh my God.
So I see a question from Shiva Krishna Manyam saying, what kind of courses are you recommending for preparation of NEET exam from grade 8? So luckily, when I was doing my high school, NEET didn't exist. Well, I don't know if it's lucky or unlucky. I wrote like entrance tests for, God knows, 7, 8 different medical colleges. Yeah, but lots of form filling, not fun. I didn't end up doing medicine, I did science. But at least from our side, our recommendation is at least until grade 9 or 10, focus on conceptual learning. There are lots of places that will say, okay, go and do this tuition, that tuition, etc. Until exams are super important, the better that a child can grasp deep knowledge of a topic, where they're understanding it, they're internalizing it, not just memorizing it. And that is why ASSET and ATS are really, really good tests. A parent in one of the webinars put it really well. He said that his child has taken IIT exams, this child is now in high school, IIT preparation exams, has taken Olympiad exams, and he finds that the questions in a lot of the exams are geared at basically trying to hit you on the head very hard and see how best you can perform when you're being hit on the head really hard. Whereas the ASSET and ATS questions are more like, hey, showing you a really fun thing and getting you to try that out, right? We don't make questions convoluted and difficult for the sake of them being convoluted and difficult. We're trying to measure, give you the ability to figure out how your learning is. So and this is why we do the work that we do, of giving curiosity-based learning. So enable the child to learn, discover the joy of learning and discover a love for learning that will take them through their life. And then please, definitely in high school, do exam preparation, because exam preparation is important. I'm not going to say that don't do that, but please keep that for high school. Again, marine biology for a 5th grader, just let them explore, spend a lot of time outdoors. I'm an ecologist, so I can say this with reasonable confidence, that you can get into here from a lot of different places. Like I have friends who do marine biology work in Lakshadweep, and they were engineers before it. They did some, God knows what engineering course, but they did some engineering course and then went and did a master's in wildlife biology. So let them follow their passions, but know that there are many paths to get to their passions. I mean, unless you're trying to become an IAS officer, in which case there's one path, you have to do that IAS exam. Okay. But in many things, there are many paths that you can take to get there. So for marine biology, or paleontology, let them figure out what they like, what they're interested in, and learn more. Find good textbooks, good resources. And we'll also start once a month parent hours for the Gifted World community. So if you sign up, you'll get knowledge of this, and we're going to invite various experts to come and talk about things. So sign up. I'll definitely get a marine biologist at some point of time. They're very easy to find, especially if you live in Bengaluru and are in my circles. We'll get a marine biologist to come and talk. Cool. So what is marine biology?
All right.
Figure it
So
out.
again, yeah, thank you everyone. If you have any other questions, let us know. Please send us your queries. I have sent my email there. I think you'll find Siddharth's email ID on Gifted World. Just go check out the website, check out the YouTube links there on the website. And if you have queries, please send us your emails, send us your queries through emails, and we'll respond to them. So thank you again to everyone who has joined us today, and thank you so much, Siddharth, for the session. Thank you all. And have a good weekend.